Hackin with the Hub is sponsored by Golf USA in Kearney.
Thanks for joining us. Hackin with the Hub, presented by Golf USA. I'm here with Meadowlark Hills PGA Pro Scott Bruha. Today's lesson, short game chipping. I don't know about you, Scott, but sometimes these short game chips really eat me up.
Yeah, actually, short game is probably the one place in the golf course that you can make up a lot of strokes if you actually have a good short game and understanding which club to use around the green.
Scott's going to demonstrate on our approach and how we should do that to shave some strokes off our game.
First, we're going to start off. As you notice, I took 4 clubs out of my bag. I took anywhere from an 8-iron, 9-iron, pitching wedge, and sand wedge. Now, the biggest problem that most amateurs make is they think because they're off the green, they need to grab their sand wedge, their most lofted club, to actually hit onto the green. We're going to use different scenarios today, however, how the ball is sitting and how much green we have to work with. The first thing that we're going to do, our normal stance will be shoulder width apart. We are going to cut that in half to almost a little bit less, okay? You're going to choke down on the golf club just a little bit. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to position your hands in your club and you're going to try to make a straight line with your golf club in your left arm. That way, when we're hitting the club, the hands always lead and the club never bypasses the hands. This is the most common error when people chip. Their wrists hinge like that, okay? We want to try to keep a straight line and my left hand firm all the way through the hitting zone. Players that have trouble shifting their weight to their back foot when they're chipping, therefore they do this and they try to lift the golf ball in the air. That's one thing about chipping. We never want to try to lift the golf ball. Therefore, you're going to put your right foot up in the air so you feel like all your weight stacked on your left side. That way, we're always going to have a descending blow on the golf ball. Hands slightly in front, narrow stance.
Feet were normally shoulder width apart, narrowed in. Now I want to keep my left arm straight, correct?
Our club selection this time, we're going to go with a 9-iron, okay? The reason we're going with a 9-iron, our trouble in front of us is only about 5 feet, okay? That's all the room that we have to carry before we can land it on the green. We have about 30 feet in front of us, so we have a lot of room for us to run the ball on. Same technique, okay? Hands slightly in front, ball positioned more towards the back of your stance. That ball. You're going to try to run it towards the hole, okay? If you can hit that shot instead of trying a sand wedge, the problem with the sand wedge, you're going to take a bigger swing and the ball is going to come up softer. Sometimes you're going to leave it way short, other times you're going to blade it across the green. Oh, don't do that. There you go. That was better. Good shot there. Very nice.
Thank you.
The last club of choice is we're going to use a 7-iron. A 7-iron, we're going to have a shot that's going to go all the way across the green, have a lot of green to work with. Like I said, the sooner we can get this ball on the ground, the less chance we're going to have an error in our shot, okay? The longer the swing, the more error can happen. Okay, now we have a lot of green to work with. We're going to try to run it all the way to the hole. We're going to take a 7-iron, play it more towards the back of your stance, hands slightly in front, just like a clock ticking. 1, 2. You're going to let the ball release.
We could be here all day.
Yeah.
And hopefully that helps with your chipping. Scott, is there anything you want to add?
Just make sure, always try to get the ball on the ground as soon as you can. That way we have less chance for room for error. So that all depends on how much area you have to actually cover to get onto the green.
And never decelerate your downswing. Right?
Never decelerate. You always want to have a nice tempoed swing, just like a clock ticking.
Thanks for joining us today. Again, Scott Bruha at Meadowlark Hills Golf Course. Need some instruction, give him a call. If you need to play, come out to Meadowlark Hills. It's a nice course. Thanks.
Golf USA is your one-stop golf shop in Kearney, specializing in golf supplies, full repair services, and custom club fitting to meet the needs of golfers young and old. Golf USA, your internationally known, locally owned golf store located at 5001 2nd Avenue in Kearney.